Tell us your story. How did this all start?
First of all, let me introduce myself again. I'm Ihoma Harrison. I'm fondly called Oma. I'm an artist of the National Troupe of Nigeria, National Theatre. Before I joined the National Troupe, remember when I was 10 years old, my dad died. After he died, things became difficult for my mom, who happens to be doing nothing. After some time, a caretaker came and he threw our things outside. I and my siblings, 8 of us, we had no place to sleep. I could remember my mother was sleeping in the church with one of my senior brother, and I and my younger ones, my mother took us to one of my auntie's place. Then my other older ones were sleeping at different points. Wherever they find themselves, they pass the night. Life was difficult until our church members, our families had to donate money to rent another apartment for us. It's not about paying for a year rent, it's about the continuation, to continue paying the rent. My mother wasn't doing anything, started becoming sick due to thinking her first daughter died also, thinking her husband died, her first daughter died also, and she wasn't doing anything. She has 8 children to cater for. To feed was a problem for us. If we have any day we have 2 square meals, it's Christmas. Until I started dancing in the church, St. Anne's Catholic Church. From there, somebody came and said, Oma, you can dance. You can dance. Why not join a professional dance group? He took us somewhere at Lawan Simsu Theatre Flame Production. We started dancing there. From there, I heard of the National Troupe audition, National Theatre. The National Troupe had never done an audition for freelance artists or for private dance artists. God did that because of me. He knew he wants me to be in the National Troupe. Then he made the government, okay, let's have audition for freelancer. That's how I went. Out of were more than 300 artists that went for the audition. They selected 40-something. I was among the 40-something they selected. That was how God used the art to start helping me. I started sending myself to school, help my family, and to the glory of God, I'm a graduate, Lagos State University.
Interesting.
So I felt, since God used this art to help me, since God used this art to send me to school, to give me a life, to give me a name, I believe he can also use this art to help every other street children, every other children that aren't going to school, every other children that are displaced, that have no hope. That's how I started going to the streets to reach out to kids. I see kids sleeping outside on the streets without a roof over their head. I see streets just roaming about. I go to them, how are you doing? They are fine. Can you take me to your mother, to your father? Some of them will say, I don't have a father, I have only a mother. Some of them will say, I have only a father, I don't have a mother. Can you take me to them? They took me to their mother. I'll see their mother with their younger ones sleeping outside. I felt, well, okay, ma, I can help you and your children. Let me take them off the streets. I was once like this. I knew how it is. I knew how it is done. And I was like, God bless you, ma. In fact, I've been thinking of committing suicide. I've been thinking of killing myself. I've been thinking, God bless you, ma. Thank you so much. That's how I got the student. He started staying with me in my hostel, at the National Troupe hostel.
So talk to us about this video that you can see. What's happening here?
Yeah, this is last year, December.
Okay.
Christmas time. I took the children, went on a tour, went to the National Theatre, went to some places. So I took them to where I took them from before. That's in 2017, January 2017, at Waisan. This is where they're sleeping outside. This is Waisan. They were sleeping outside.
Where is this?
Waisan at Ijora community. Ijora exists under that bridge.
People slept?
Till now. Yes,
at what age did you decide that you want to begin to take children off of the streets because you were there?
26 years old. That's when
26?
Yes, sir.
Were you a graduate at the time already?
No, sir. I wasn't a graduate. I was earning 27,000 naira as a salary then.
From where?
The National Troupe, where I work.
So from your own 27,000 naira,
yes, sir.
You were schooling?
Yes, sir.
You were feeding yourself?
Yes, sir.
Housing yourself?
Yes, sir.
And also taking other people in?
Yes, sir.
With 27,000 naira?
Yes, sir.
Were you also doing Yahoo Yahoo on the side?
No, sir. I know how to make liquid soap. I know how to make disinfectants. I know how to make toilet wash. So I make them, I take them on my head to sell. I sell to our staffs also at the National Troupe. They buy from me. I also make costumes. I also teach schools dance just for these children to feed. Before I registered them in school, I was their teacher. I was one teaching them how to, because they could not read A, B, C before. They could not spell. They don't even know how to combine I and T together to make it it, or to combine N and O together to make it, no, they don't. I was one teaching them how to until I registered them in school.
Yes,
okay.
I was once staying with my father. My mother abandoned I and my brother with my dad. Then she left us and go. Then I and my brother, we were once staying with my dad there. So my dad took us to stadium inside that white sand, and I left us there. So he will be going to work. Before we come back, it will take like 3 weeks or 4 weeks. So when he leave us there, when there is no food for I and my brother to eat, we'll not be walking around, picking iron to sell just to feed ourselves, moving from shops to shop, help them wash their plates so they will give us food to eat.
I was once living in one side too. I was sleeping outside on that house where they do throw dirty away. So one wonderful Sunday too, I went to my church. I did not know that she would come. So she called me and told me that, what's my name? And I told her my name is Yagana Bulama. And she said that, where is my mom? And I said that my mom is at home. She said that, okay, that I should take her to my mom. And I said that, okay. And I take her to, as we are going, I take her to my mom. So she asked my mom that she wants to be taking care of me, that she wants to be sending me to school. Then I don't know what is A sound, A, B sound, B. I don't know anything. I do pick something on the floor. I do steal. I don't even know what is read. Education service is not in my dictionary. Now I can read. Since when she have taken me away from that wine sign.
So how do you take care of them now? You have a house, you live in a house.
Yes,
how do you take care of them? How do you pay the house rent and all of that?
Yes, how I pay the house rent is I gather the money I earn from schools I teach. We have a serious issue with accommodation.
Okay.
We were issued a quit notice last year.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir. Issued a quit notice. The owner of the house sold the house.
Good morning, all. We are the Gifted Steppers. As we are right now, we're about to be sent packing. We have just 1 month left. Please help us. We don't want to be homeless. If we do not leave, we'll be thrown out. The house has been sold.
This is the quit notice given to us last year. Since then, we have been searching for another apartment. But most of the landlords don't want to grant us tenancy because we are many. The few we have seen are blocks of flats. Like in a compound, there are like 4 to 6 flats. And the only way they can grant us tenancy is if we're going to rent all of them, which is so expensive. We can't afford that.
Please help us. We need your help. If you can help us rent an apartment, we'll be so grateful. If you can help us buy a house, we'll be so grateful. If you can help us build, we'll so appreciate. We have a land. If you want to donate sand, cement, or blocks, we will receive them. Please help us. It breaks my heart to know these kids will be going back to the streets.
Please, we don't want to go back to the street because if we go back there, we will be picking iron to sell before we eat. If they send us packing, we won't be able to go back to school.
Back then in the street, we were not going to school, but in Gifted Steppers, we are all in school. In fact, we attend proper school.
I can't imagine myself going back to the street to resume sleeping at different junctions and buses.
I was once sleeping outside without going to school. But when I came to Gifted Steppers, I started going to school and my life changed. Please, don't allow us to go back to the streets.
We don't want to go back to the streets so we will not be raped or kidnapped.
The thought of us going back to the streets is affecting our education and our health.
Whenever we remember we've thrown out of this house, our heart begins to shake.
Please help us. Don't want to go back to the streets.
God bless you. You can go to
Bye.
In the event that there is someone who wants to reach out to you now and offer any form of assistance, how do they reach you?
Through a phone number.
Okay.
0806 232
Okay.
7613.
That's your own number?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And we're also on Instagram, Gifted Steppers.
Okay. That's the number right there on the screen for if you would like to offer any assistance to Gifted Steppers. And as she's also said, you can reach them. You can find out what they do on Instagram and be able to offer whatever assistance. In less than 2 months, they will be back to becoming homeless again. We don't want that to happen. Wherever you are in the world, leave no one behind. That's the United Nations mantra. Let it be yours as well. Thanks for coming, Ifeoma Harrison.